Let's dive in. G'day, legends. Today we're embarking on an incredible journey into the depths of the human mind. Ever watched a movie and wished you could replay scenes in your head perfectly? Imagine being able to recall every frame, every line of dialogue, just as vividly as when you first saw it. You know, like hitting rewind on a DVD player or an old VHS tape? It's a nostalgic thought, isn't it? That's kind of what people think of when they hear the term photographic memory. It's like having a mental movie reel that you can play back at will. It's this mythical ability to remember things exactly as you saw them, down to the tiniest detail. Imagine zooming in on a photograph and seeing every little nuance. Imagine being able to glance at a textbook page and recall every single word. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Think of the possibilities in learning and retaining information. But before you sign up for the next memory championship, let's separate fact from fiction. Is photographic memory really as powerful as it sounds? Stick with me, and we'll explore the real deal about photographic memory. We'll dive into the science, uncover the truth, and see if this extraordinary ability is fact or just a fascinating myth. All right, truth bomb time. Let's dive into the fascinating world of memory and see what's real and what's just a myth. True photographic memory, the kind where you can remember anything perfectly, is incredibly rare. It's so rare, in fact, that it's almost like spotting a unicorn in the wild. Imagine finding a unicorn riding a kangaroo. That's how rare true photographic memory is. Most people who seem like they have photographic memories actually have something called eidetic memory. This is often confused with photographic memory, but there are key differences. Eidetic memory is still impressive, but it's not quite the same thing as true photographic memory. While photographic memory is like having a mental camera that captures every detail forever, eidetic memory is more like a temporary snapshot. Think of eidetic memory as having a super vivid memory. You can recall images and information with incredible detail, but only for a short period. You can hold on to these images and details with amazing clarity, but they don't stay with you forever. It's like having a high-definition photograph that fades over time. It's like hitting pause on a live TV show. You see the image clearly, but it doesn't last forever. The details are sharp and vivid, but eventually they start to fade. So while we haven't found our unicorn rider just yet, eidetic memory is the closest thing to a photographic memory that exists. It's a fascinating glimpse into the potential of the human mind, even if it's not quite the magical ability we sometimes imagine. Now let's get a bit sciencey for a sec. The way people with eidetic memory process information is different from the average Joe, or Jane. Their brains are wired to encode information, particularly visual information, much faster and more efficiently. It's like having a supercomputer inside your head. Instead of just remembering the gist of what they see, they create these incredibly detailed mental snapshots. It's like their brains take high-definition photos and store them away for later use. Growing up and letting go of the pictures. This chapter delves into the fascinating journey of how our memory evolves as we transition from childhood to adulthood. Here's the thing about eidetic memory. It's way more common in kids. Children often have this incredible ability to remember vivid details with astonishing clarity. Remember when you were a grommet and could recall every detail of your favorite picture book? The colors, the characters, even the tiniest elements on each page. Yeah, that's the eidetic memory in action. It's like having a photographic memory, where images are imprinted in the mind almost perfectly. As we grow older, our brains develop different ways of storing and retrieving information. The vivid, picture-perfect memories start to fade, making way for a more complex and nuanced way of remembering. We start to focus more on meaning and understanding rather than just visual details. Our memories become less about the exact images and more about the concepts and emotions behind them. It's like trading in your box of childhood photos for a scrapbook filled with stories and memories. Each page tells a story, not just through pictures, but through the emotions and experiences they evoke. You might not remember every single detail of the photos, but you remember the feelings and experiences they represent. The laughter, the joy, the moments that made those times special. As adults, we often find ourselves reflecting on these memories, not for their visual accuracy, but for the warmth and nostalgia they bring. It's a beautiful transformation, from seeing the world in vivid snapshots to understanding it through a rich tapestry of experiences. And as we continue to grow, we create new memories, adding layers to our personal story. Letting go of the old pictures doesn't mean forgetting. It means cherishing the essence of those moments and carrying them forward in a new form. A super memory, a blessing, or a curse. Having an incredible memory might sound like a superpower, but it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Imagine remembering every embarrassing moment, every awkward encounter in crystal clear detail. Not so fun, right? On the flip side, imagine acing every test, remembering every name and face, and effortlessly recalling information for work or study. See, it's a mixed bag. Thanks for joining us on Daily Wowzer. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our daily dose of wonder. Stay curious, Wowzers!